Our area has certainly gotten its share of cold weather this winter. Staying warm and watching our wallets can be tough, especially for seniors on fixed incomes. However, using energy wisely can save money. We can save by sometimes making fairly simple home improvements and changing our habits. Here to share tips is Sandy Sims with Gulf Power. Sandy, thank you for being here.
Thanks, Jeff. Glad to be here.
Well, you've got great information, but before we get to that, I just want to say thank you for all the support that Gulf Power, its foundation, groups like the Transformers and all do, and also what a pleasure it is to have you on our board of directors.
Well, I enjoy working for a company that supports our community as much as Gulf Power does.
Well,
Thanks.
They really do, and we appreciate your leadership on the board.
Thank you.
So let's jump in here and talk about saving money and energy. I guess before people can do that, they need to understand what is being wasted and where some of these things are. I know your website, for one, is a great place to start. Tell us a little bit about what's on there, like the calculator, the checkups, and the library even.
Well, first of all, to get to our website, it's gulfpower.com, pretty easy to remember. And we've made some great improvements on our website, so I do like to kind of point that out to people as a first resource. When you go onto our website, if you'll click on an area called Saving Energy and Money or Energy Checkup, either one of those will give you great information on where you use energy. Not necessarily waste, because you may not in your mind be wasting it, but use it more wisely, and that way you'll save money.
Well, you mentioned the energy checkups. Tell us a little bit about what that actually is or what that means.
An energy checkup is our term for an energy audit. And an energy audit basically identifies where you use energy in your home. And the reason we like to do that, the reason that's the first place we start, is because an informed buyer is a better buyer. You can choose to use or choose not to use. And, you know, we do that with gas. You want to buy the most energy efficient car you can buy. You look at ways to save gas by making shorter trips, things like that. And what we want to do is take that same mindset to using energy.
Sure. It sounds like a very simple concept, and we do need to apply those things that we apply in other ways. Well, this checkup, is this something that someone can read information on the website and do themselves, or is it something that they need to consult a professional about?
Well, first of all, you can do an energy checkup online. Some people prefer to do that by themselves. It'll walk you through. It's very easy to use. You identify how large your home is, how many people are in your home, and then it'll ask you questions which you respond to, and it'll give you a customized energy profile based on your responses.
That's great.
So that's one option. Another option, of course, is for one of our trained energy consultants to come out to the home, walk through the home with you, ask you some questions. They'll go back to our office and prepare a personal report and then share that back with you. There are also folks that you can hire to do that, but I would recommend you use our free services first.
Sure, free always works. Now, we are always very concerned about letting people into their homes. Tell us just real briefly, what kind of identification would that person be carrying?
Well, I'm glad you asked that, Jeff, because we do want to make sure that it is a Gulf Power person. And all of our employees will carry a badge that identifies them and the company. And if they don't have this identification, they're not a Gulf Power employee, and you don't need to let them in your home.
Okay, so it has Gulf Power, their photo, and their name.
It does, and they should also have some business cards that have the same identification on them that they can leave with the customer.
Okay, great. Just a little safety tip in there as well. Well, what are the key areas that this professional will look at or the homeowner will look at? Where do they go on that checklist?
Well, the largest energy users in your home, number one, is your heating and cooling equipment. So either online or with the person at your home, they'll take a look at the age and condition of your heating and cooling equipment. They'll also take a look at your water heating, your windows and doors, insulation levels, and then infiltration doors around those doors and windows.
Yeah, I understand that infiltration and air leakage is one of the largest areas where we tend to let heat or cooling escape. That's a fairly simple fix for the most part, isn't it?
Yeah, if you'll think back to your middle school days in science, you know that hot air always seeks out cold air. And in the wintertime, what that means is that the heat that you're paying all that money to put into your home is trying to escape out the doors and windows of your home. So one of the first things when one of our consultants comes to your home, they'll stop at the front door and check those seals around your front door, because you know when you buy a new door, they install a really nice threshold and weather stripping, but time and weather deteriorates that, and then caulking around the windows are two of the easiest places to check.
Okay, and that's something that we can do ourselves or get someone to help. What about lighting and even the positioning of lighting? I saw something about that on your website. I thought that was very interesting about lighting a task area.
Well, first of all, the most efficient kind of lighting is fluorescent, and those compact fluorescent, those swirly light bulbs that everybody thinks looks really odd. They cost a little more up front, but they last about 10 to 15 times longer than a regular incandescent light. They're much more energy efficient. And then what we tell people is place lighting where you need it. Mood lighting's great as long as you know that you're paying for that mood lighting, but putting lighting directly where you need it and using the most efficient type will save you money and energy.
And I've noticed the price of those bulbs is really coming down.
It has, and also I believe in April we do a campaign where if you'll do an online energy audit through Energy Star, we'll actually send you some free light bulbs.
Hey, not a freebie, great tip. You're full of tips today. And what about the refrigerator? I was really surprised that that's the third largest source of using energy, and people just think refrigerator, that's just something I have to have. Right.
Well, first of all, heating and cooling, second of all, water heating, third, refrigeration. Largest thing with refrigerators is the age and the makeup, the style of the refrigerator. If you're buying a new refrigerator, we encourage you to look for an Energy Star brand. Also, refrigerators with the freezer on top are much more efficient. The second thing with refrigerators, though, is all of us have a second refrigerator in the garage. Now, how smart is that? The garage is the hottest place in your home in the summer, and you're trying to keep those soft drinks in there cold. If you don't need that second refrigerator, we encourage you to get rid of it. But check those seals, make sure the coils are vacuumed and clean, and you'll save money and energy there as well.
Great, another tip. Well, real quick, what about water heaters and just changing our habits? I know everybody likes a really long hot shower, especially in the winter, but what should we be doing?
Well, first of all, setting your hot water heater on 120, no higher, is one of the best ways to save energy and money. Second thing is reduce the length of those showers. Also, when you're washing your clothes or your dishes in your dishwasher, using cold rinse is one of the best ways to save that hot water heater. And if you don't need it, you don't have to heat it. Put a hot water timer on there so that you're only heating the water when you need it as well. Will save you money.
Great, you're just full of good information. Well, before we go, remind everybody about your website address and just real quick, a phone number they might could call if they were looking for more information, please.
Sure, Jeff. Gulfpower.com, easiest place to find us. If you'd rather talk to someone about saving energy and money, though, you can reach us at 877-655-4001.
Great. Thank you for sharing that great information, and we hope this helps some folks, and thank you again for being here.
Thanks, Jeff.